G'day all, welcome back again to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Aces of Valor from Legion Wargames, and we're about to go on with Mission 3 in our German 1915 campaign. And we have to fly from Airfield B here down to Railyard C down here, which is a fair whack, as you can see. Let's go this way. Sorry about the bit of glare over here. I don't know if I can do much about it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which, so it's 22 to get back. We're doing a bomber escort, and we have our 4 fighters left. Josef, Franz, Rudolf and Otto, and we have 2 bombers to hit this Railyard. We've lost 2 pilots now. We lost Heinrich and we lost Werner, and we have Eric and Karl who have been damaged but made it back to the ground, and we're currently sitting on -3 movement points, mission points. So we need to get our poo together so that we can get out of this. So let's get into it. We have light clouds at the moment as well. So we don't have any damaged aircraft in the flight at the moment. So let's go. My hardest part is reaching the mission track at the moment, so I'm just going to move that first. Okay, I think we'll come down and then go across. That's the easiest way. So first things first, we've done that, and now we have our flight event. 11s and 12s are bad. We get an 8, so that's good. We come down another one, move the mission track, roll up. Nothing happening, which is good. We're down to our railroad C. Move the mission track. Have another roll. Nothing happening. Good. And we're down to St. Quentin. Move the mission track. And roll up again. 11s and 12s are bad. Ooh, a 9. We're getting there. Okay, we're on our way. We're heading west. Roll up. Oh, an 11. Okay, let's see what our flight event is. We're in the friendly rear, and we roll a 6, which is an enemy raid. Okay, so we need a die of 2-seaters. So we have 1 2-seater. So let's bring them over. And there we go, and it is a 1-1 2-seater. Okay, and then we have, I think it's die 3 plus 1. Okay, so that's 1 plus 1 is 2 fighters. 1, 2. So we have John again, and we have Charles again, both 0-0s. Okay, so the next thing we need to roll up on is the detection check. And we get a 5. Our best air skill is a 1. Their best air skill is a 1, so that does that. We've got a +1 for there being an enemy 2-seater, which gives us a 6. That's it. Enemy spots you and attacks if equal or greater force. They're not equal or greater. Otherwise, enemy evades, no combat. Okay, so we can put those back. And we keep on going. We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, we're still good. Okay, we move to the next one. And we roll up for an event. And there is not. We're getting up towards the trenches now. Roll up for an event. It's our last 11 or 12. We get a 9. And we're into sector H, our part of the trench. And now we have a 9 to 12 is bad. And we roll a 7, which is good. And we move into sector H for the enemy trenches. So the first thing is, again, a flight event check. 9 to 12, nothing. But now we have artillery, anti-air artillery. We roll a dice, we roll a 2, and there is none, which is bloody wonderful. We move over the woods, and we're now in the enemy rear. Now let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, good, we're online. Okay, enemy rear is a 10 to 12. And there is nothing. So we move into the Railyard. We roll for our enemy event. And nothing. So we can come back over here now. Okay, so we have the enemy Railyard, which goes into initiative 2. And turn this around now. Bring this back over. I need to move this down 1. Okay, so we can afford a one basically 3-round combat to give us a little bit of fuel to get home. So first things first, let's put out our aircraft. So we have Yosef, who's a 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 6 is 13. We have the rest of the fighters, which are just 6s. So we have France, 6 and 4 is 10. We have Rudolph, 6 plus 4 is 10. And we have Otto, 6 plus 5 is 11. Then we have our 2 bombers. First bomber, the 02, is a 3, plus 2 is 5. And we have our other bomber, our 01, which is a 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay, now we need to work out when the bombers are going to drop. So we'll do the 01 bomber first. It's going to drop on 2. And the other bomber is going to drop on combat round 3. Ouch. Just grab another die here. Combat round 3. So we are going to be hanging around and we may actually get caught, which sucks big time. Okay, so first things first. We've got all that done. So we're going to have Yosef trying to shoot up the railroad to start with. Now, these guys, sorry, are carrying bombs, so they're 1 initiative less. Let's put them down. That's one thing that was pointed out to me by the developer. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. I've just forgotten your name, but of course it should be on the bloody box here. I can't see it on the front, so it's got to be on the back. It was Don, wasn't it? Don? Don Herndon, development team, yes. Thanks, Don. Righto, because they're carrying bombs, their initiative is 1 less, which makes sense. Righto, so first things first is we're going to have the Railyard firing its AAA, so that's 6. So we'll do 3 and 3 at Yosef, and we have nothing on the first 3. They're looking at 6s, and we have 1 potential hit on the second. Okay, here we go. Nothing happens. Okay, so Joseph can now try and attack. It's 13 to 2 for a strafing attack, which is an 11. He gets 3 die. That's right, yep. And he's a +1 on these attacks. So that gives him a 6, which is 2 hits, and a 4, which is 3 hits. Here we go. And we get a 1, which is a miss. So we have 2 hits on the Railyard. And Joseph flies away. Next up, we have Otto. So again, we have 6 AAA against him first. Here's the first 3, looking for 6s. There's 1 potential hit, and the other, nothing, so 1 die. No DRM, a 5 equals, so nothing happens. Now, Otto is 9 away, which is 2 die, no modifiers. And he misses. Next up is Rudolph. So we get 6 AAA against him. First 3, miss. Next 3, 1 potential hit, no DRM, nothing happens. So Rudolph now goes, he's a 10 to 2, which is an 8 for strafing, which is 2 die, no modifiers. And he gets 3 hits. Okay, here we go. A 3, a 4, and a 5 is 3 hits total, taking it up to 5. So this is now flipped. And we'll put a 5 on there. He's halfway gone. And Rudolph flies away. And then we have Franz. Again, we're down to 4 AAA now, so we'll roll them all together. And 1 potential hit, so no DRM again. And nothing happens. And Franz is a 10 to 2, which is an 8, which gives him 2 die with no modifiers. And he gets 2 hits with his 6. And we get a 3 and a 6, which is 2 hits, taking it up to 7. So 7 of 10 hits now. Done. And we fly away. And our 2 bombers are not dropping at the moment. So we go up to combat round 2. And the first thing we have is the combat event check. And we have a 6. We're in the enemy rear is a 5. And a 5 to 7. Any enemy aircraft remain. So nothing happening there. And we put our stuff back out again. So Joseph, a 6 plus 1 is 7. Gets a 4, makes 11. The rest of the fighters are just 6s. So we have Otto. Is a 12. Well done, Otto. Rudolph is a 10. And Franz is a 6. And a 4 is a 10 as well. Then our 2 bombers have to go out. So 2 plus 3 is 5 for the guy who's going to bomb this time. And a 2 plus 4 is 6 for the guy who's going to bomb the next time if needed. And we are good to go. So the first will be Otto. So we have 4 anti-air against him with no hits. Otto is a 12 to 2, which is a 10, which gives him 2 die, looking for 4s or better, no modifiers, and he misses. Next is Joseph. So 4 AAA against him. We have 1 potential hit, which misses, a 3. So he is now a 11 to 2 is a 9, which gives him 2 die, and he is a +1, and he misses with both with 2s. Excuse me. Next up is Franz. So we do his AAA first, and we have 1 potential hit, which does nothing. So Franz gets 2 die, I believe. It's 10 to 2 is 8. Yep. No modifiers. And he gets 1 hit. And it's a 5, so that puts us up to 8 hits on the Railyard. Franz flies away, strafing. Rudolph now. Again, we have 4 AAA against him. We have 2 potential hits, so it's 1 die +1. Wow, lucky. So again, 2 die, no modifiers. Oh, 4 hits. 4 potential hits. The bombers might not need to do anything this time. And we get 1, 2, 3 hits, which destroys it. Okay, so the Railyard is destroyed. Now we need to see if Rudolph is going to upskill. He needs a 6, and he does not. Okay, so Rudolph is done. Our planes will simply drop their bombs, and then we can all start to fly home. And we want to get home in one piece because I can't afford to lose any more fighters. So we can come back over here now. Okay, so we head back home. We can get rid of the mission objective now. Move down. 1 on the turn track. We're still looking at a 10 to 12 for the enemy rear. Whew, nearly. We get into the enemy trench line, and we have a 9 to 12. Bad, and that's fine. But then we have AAA, a 1, no AAA, which is good. We get to sector H over our trench line. Still 9 to 12. Nothing happens. We're back into our rear. So 11 or 12's bad. Nothing happens. We get into the clear. 11 to 12. Ooh, nearly. We're still in the clear. Move the track again. Nothing happening. And we're back over St. Quentin. Nothing. We're back over our Railyard C. No. Back into the clear. Can we make it? 9 is still good. We're nearly home. We get to home plate. We do our event check. Nothing happened. And we do our post-mission event. So let's just come back over here now. And it is Commander visits squadron. A high-ranking officer visits the squadron to inspect conditions and offer support. The squadron receives 3 mission points to be spent immediately on aircraft repairs, replacements, and upgrades, but not VPs. Unused MPs are lost. Okay, so straight up we're going to use those 2 to repair these, and they'll be coming back over from recovery to there. We can put our bombers away like that. Our aircraft can come back over here, and we can go into the post-mission phase. Okay, MPs gained is 10. Woohoo! For our Railyard. Okay, so 10 MPs, because we're down 3, will give us 7 mission points. Now, we've only got 6 aircraft. We need 2 aircraft. So we could replace the 2 aircraft with 4. And then that's not going to help us too much. If we replace 1 aircraft with 2, we can use 4 to get 2 more campaign points. Victory points. Okay, so we're going to use 2 to get a replacement aircraft. And we got Manfred. There we go. And then we're going to use 4 to get 2 VP, taking us up to 5 victory points, and we have 1 more that we can't spend. Oops. Like that, and we are ready for campaign mission 4. That can go back over there. We can come back over here, and we can look at mission 4. Ground support, 6 fighters. Conduct attacks on D3 ground targets in enemy trench sectors D through F. Okay, so we have D, E, and F. Use table F8 to determine ground target types. Ignore ground target result during flight event check. Righto. So 6 fighters. Let's work out who we're going to take. Okay, 6 fighters, ground attack. So ground attack, we're going to take Eric, and we're going to take Joseph. We can take 6. We're going to take Manfred. So that gives us a 2, a 2, and a 1 for ground. And we can take 3 more. So we'll take Karl, Otto, and Franz. No, we'll take Rudolph. There we go. Rudolph can lead us with his red nose. There we go. So that's that, and then we just need to worry about the weather. And it is going to be 3, which again is light clouds. So that's that. That's the end of mission 3. And we're going to do a bit of ground support for mission 4. So, yeehaw! I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you back here for mission 4 next time. Bye for now.